Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We're following a developing story for you out of Stutsman County, where a search for a baby and a truck is underway. According to Stutsman County Sheriff Chad Kaiser, a mother along with her child were last seen in the Jamestown area about 4 days ago. It wasn't until sometime this morning that the mother was found. That's when the search for the baby and truck started. Here's the picture of the missing baby. Sheriff Kaiser says it's unknown how long the child has been without its mother. The mother is currently in the custody of the Carrington Police Department for unknown reasons. Family members are still searching for this truck, believed to be related to the case. The truck is described to be a purple and silver older model Ford with license plates that say My Grape. Be sure to stick with Valley News Live throughout the evening as more information becomes available on this developing story. And breaking news for you now out of Devil's Lake. Police released the name of the person killed in an officer-involved shooting. The man is identified as 26-year-old Daniel Fuller of Devil's Lake. Police say Thursday afternoon, officers responded to a call of a suspicious suspect. They found a person matching the suspect's description in the Southview Estates trailer court. An officer's gun fired during a struggle as police tried to take the person into custody, resulting in the suspect's death. One officer is on standard administrative leave, while the North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation looks into the shooting. Stay with us here on Valley News Live as we continue to learn more information around this case. And now on to some new information on a tragic story we have been following out of West Fargo. After submitting a request to the city of West Fargo, Valley News Live has learned the 6-year-old boy who drowned in a retention pond last week has been identified as David Lagulomo. The boy's body was pulled from the pond last Friday near the 2900 block of 5th Street West after a 3-hour search. Officials say the retention pond was about 12 feet deep in the middle.
When you take a chance on somebody that doesn't have any chances, loyalty becomes a huge factor.
Local staffing agencies say on average, Fargo companies are looking to hire more than 500 workers a day. That's because the Fargo-Moorhead area only has a 2.6% unemployment rate. To deal with the workforce shortage, Valley News Team's Veronica Marshall investigates and finds companies are expanding their hiring pools to include people looking for second chances.
Curtis Renner knows the struggles felons face when looking for jobs and how the process can lead to bad results for the individuals and for the community.
They're stuck working menial jobs where there's not a lot of respect, there's not a lot of money, and then they turn back to what they did before.
But due to a shortage of workers in the area, ex-felons are getting new opportunities. Renner says previously ex-felons were only offered high turnover and high production jobs, but now
we're starting to see it spread out more and more and more to office type jobs and sometimes more technical jobs if they have a background in it.
Renner's business, F5 Venture, hires felons, a decision he doesn't regret.
I've hired 5 employees over the last couple weeks, and the 2 non-felons that I hired didn't show up. All the felons showed up even before I told them to. You know what I mean? Because they want that chance. They're willing to prove that they're not what they're labeled as.
And it's one that benefits the community as well.
Instead of having somebody going back to selling drugs or robbing a liquor store or carjacking or doing whatever they were doing, now they're working. You know what I mean? So that's one less criminal doing criminal things.
In Fargo, Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
And Renner says hiring ex-felons could also get companies tax benefits. Pools across the nation are experiencing lifeguard shortages, but Family Wellness in Fargo is taking steps to recruit more of them. The facility is paying half of the training fees for potential lifeguards after they've trained for 3 months. Members of the staff who aren't lifeguards have also had to step in to fill the vacancies. Family Wellness Aquatics Coordinator Abby Runquist says she gets a lot of help from new lifeguards because they can stay around longer than usual.
They can just be here all the time. They don't have to worry about the end of summer, like, oh, I'm going to be out of a job, I need to start finding something else. They just are here all year, so that's really helpful.
Family Wellness has 60 total lifeguards on staff, but they are looking for at least 3 more to help this summer. And this week's Valley's Most Wanted is 31-year-old Kevin Braun. Police are looking for him on a probation violation for a drug paraphernalia case. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Braun. Well, a warm, sunny day here in the Valley today, but enjoy it while you can because we have some strong storms heading our way this weekend. Let's check in right away with meteorologist Robert Hahn for the very latest. Robert, how's the weekend looking so far?
So far, okay, as we have temperatures in the 70s and 80s, a bit of cloud cover, especially across parts of the Southern Valley, and a few pesky showers, those weakening across parts of the Southern Valley. Right now, 80 degrees in Bemidji, 81 Roseau and Grand Forks, 77 here in Fargo. Winds, they've been breezy. They're going to stay breezy as we head through the overnight hours with some gusts over 20 miles per hour, turning windy, humid, and hot as we head through your Saturday. There is the cloud cover across parts of the Southern Valley and some weakening showers. There were thunderstorms earlier, now dissipating rapidly. We'll stay quiet through the rest of the evening here in Fargo. Temperatures will rise a few more degrees from where we're at right now and then slowly start to fall with breezy conditions throughout the 7, 8, and 9 o'clock hour. Tomorrow, some dangerous heat over parts of the valley, followed by a chance for some severe weather. And we'll talk about both of those in just a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Robert. And the Fergus Falls Police need your help identifying this man who is trespassing at the Regional Treatment Center. Authorities tell us no trespassing signs are posted and violators will be cited. Parts of the treatment center are being demolished and police want people to stay out of the area for their own safety. Anyone with information about this young man in a tank top is urged to call police at 218-332-5504. Grand Forks Police need your help finding Joseph Bruce Sr. Joseph was reported missing by his family on July 3rd and has not been in contact with his family since June 25th. That's the same day he was last seen in Devil's Lake. Joseph is a 38-year-old Native American male. He's approximately 6'1", 200 pounds with brown eyes and black hair. Anyone with information as to Joseph's current location or his whereabouts during this time frame is asked to contact the Devils Lake Police Department at 701-662-0700 or the Grand Forks Police Department at 701-787-8000. 2 families are displaced and a firefighter was injured after a fire Thursday night in Jamestown. The Jamestown Fire Department was dispatched to the 1100 block of 7th Avenue Southeast at around 11:20 to the 2nd floor of an apartment building. The Jamestown Fire Chief says preliminary investigation showed the fire started after a breaker went out. Both families have since been put in another building owned by the same property owner. The fire chief says a firefighter was injured on the scene when he strained his back. And today, Canadian police say someone has been arrested and charged in connection with an April bus crash involving a junior hockey team. Royal Canadian Mounted Police did not immediately release the person's name on Friday. The crash happened when a bus carrying the Humboldt Broncos hockey team collided with a semi-trailer in Saskatchewan on April 6th. 16 people were killed and 13 others were injured. The Broncos were on their way to a crucial playoff game when the accident happened. Police say the uninjured truck driver was initially detained but later released. A UPS truck was rear-ended today in West Fargo. Authorities responded to 47th Avenue West and Cheyenne Street for an injury accident. 44-year-old Ryan Munson was traveling northbound in his pickup when he rear-ended a UPS truck, which was stopped in traffic and waiting to turn. The driver of the UPS truck was not injured during the accident. Munson was transported to an area hospital for non-life-threatening injuries, and he was cited for care required. A Fargo man is in the hospital tonight and facing a DUI after a motorcycle crash this morning. Authorities say it happened just before 1 on the 52nd Avenue exit ramp on I-29. 42-year-old Tyson Sheed failed to take the curve, went into the ditch, and then hit a pole before rolling. His Harley has extensive damage, and he was seriously injured. His exact blood alcohol content level during the crash is not being released at this time. Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton has declared a state of emergency after severe weather this month caused major flooding and property damage across much of the state. The order applies to 36 counties and the Red Lake Reservation. Dayton says a series of storms since June 9th has generated torrential rains, high winds, and tornadoes, resulting in flash flooding. Damage extends from southern counties up to Bemidji, which was hit by an EF1 tornado. And for the next 10 days, Detroit Lakes is going to be full of events that you won't want to miss out on. Today is the first day of the 83rd Detroit Lakes Water Carnival, and it goes until July 15th. From the food to activities, there's something that everyone can take part in this weekend.
Sunday we have Family Day, and that's anything from the toddler trot to shipbuilding contest to the sand treasure dig, magician shows, face painting, trolley rides. It's really exciting.
And for a full schedule of events, you can head to our website and click on this story.